some go, we need some action. If we're gonna make it like a true survivor, we need some action. If we wanna take our love away from here.
So I'm Paul Estrada, co-owner and head coach at CrossFit Elysium. My training background is almost a decade long. Started working at 24 Hour Fitness when I was about 20 years old. And then from there, branched off into a whole bunch of different arenas, from outdoor boot camps to in-home mobile personal training, smaller private gyms, other indoor boot camp gyms, and pretty much everything you can do in the fitness kind of personal trainer career, in between working for the big corporation to another small guy to now owning my own gym. I got into CrossFit via my old mentor. A friend of his that I also knew for a long time was bugging us about, you gotta try this CrossFit thing, it's super intense, it's like the worst thing ever. You know, you go onto this website every night and it's just the workouts for free and you write it down, and then you go into the gym or your gym or wherever, and it's always the worst thing and it's super fun, you gotta try it. We're like, sure, we're sure it's good, but you know, we kind of know our stuff. I don't think we're gonna, you know, just take your word for it. But eventually my friend Steve went over to CrossFit SoCal, and then from there told me that I had to go to the next weekend with him. And so we showed up. It was like a super simple 21, 15, 9 pull-ups, box jumps, and air squats. Took me about a half hour. 20 minutes of that is me just sitting on the bench thinking I'm about to die. So I was just coughing up the taste of metal all day. And it's probably spent the majority of the rest of the day just on CrossFit.com reading, or not reading, but watching all their lecture videos or seminar videos, listening to Coach Glassman talk about kind of the origins of CrossFit and what his ideas were. And so that kind of logic appealed to me, because that's what I had been taught from my beginning of my career, was that, you know, make things functional for life, not for just looking good in the mirror. So my proudest accomplishment with my CrossFit endeavor and my Olympic lifting has been my numbers, specifically my snatch. You know, working with Coach Bergner a little bit, a couple of other coaches, I was able to work my way up to a 315 snatch. I did it at like a Reebok's event at like a Roadrunner Sports parking lot. So kind of had some fun irony there, that the first CrossFitter to ever snatch 315 happened in a running shoe store parking lot. My training and competition goals are kind of on the back burner right now. I'm not really focusing on competing myself. I spent probably a good year and a half, 2.5 years really focusing on getting my numbers up and trying to compete more on a national level for Olympic lifting. I kind of fell into the bad habit of not keeping up with my mobility and my rehab work, and so my hips kind of starting to give in. Kind of injured my hip, my T-band a little bit, and so I got in a really bad cycle of like mentally always hurting myself, trying to keep up with what all the guys I competed with did online that I could see. And so I kind of decided to kind of step back and just focus more on like other people at the gym and helping other people compete and fixing their numbers, and just kind of stepping back from myself and letting myself kind of take a time out and repair all the things that I kind of hurt a little bit. I have lots of random hobbies. I'm a practicing fire performer. I do fire whips, fire staff, fire sword, and I have other things that I'm getting into to learn. So I've gotten into a couple of those random kind of hobbies that are kind of fun. Starting CrossFit Elysium was kind of a very gradual timeline that I can't even really tell you exactly when we started. Me and Leon, my business partner, we used to work out in his garage / his patio, and we were workout buddies for a while. And I would bring clients over to his house sometimes to work out because he had a whole setup. His coworkers or friends, he'd come and have them try out CrossFit. Like a half a dozen of them ended up clients in some way. And so there'd be a couple weekends where we'd be at the park all working out and like taking turns using the bar. And at the same time, we noticed that gyms were kind of starting to pop up, and so we batted the idea around a little bit of, oh, we should, you know, maybe we should open up a gym in this area, or, you know, in San Diego somewhere. Like, it's totally getting popular. Let's get the money together and let's talk to a lawyer and see what this looks like. Let's go look at spaces. But it's just kind of this gradual thing that all of a sudden was kind of upon us, and we're like, okay, now we're, you know, we got our money, we got the plan. Let's go look at buildings and try and sign some papers and get some keys. So CrossFit Elysium to me is kind of like a refuge from the rest of, not from the rest of your life, but kind of the stuff you don't want to deal with, and the place you want to go to escape and to better yourself and to have your own personal time. It's the place where you go to kind of build yourself and rejuvenate yourself and kind of recharge yourself. You know, I tell people that, you know, we try our best, but we don't stress about it. Like, we're not gonna, even though a lot of people do, more than I think they should, we're not gonna, you know, absolutely stress out about making sure you do everything 100% perfect. Like, life happens, and as long as you feel like you're gradually improving here, like, that's what it's about.